It's time for your statewide Alabama weathercast.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Drew McCombs with the Alabama Weather Network, and this is your statewide forecast update. And we've got some showers across the northern part of the state this morning. The southern part of the state not seeing much yet, and fairly light showers across the northern part of the state. You've got some showers moving across the I-22 corridor at this point, 2059 corridor, and parts of 65 there, south of Huntsville as well. And there's been some rain that moved through Florence, Muscle Shoals, and Huntsville earlier, but that's starting to clear out at this point. Further towards the south, we expect things will sort of taper off as it moves further to the south, so we don't expect a lot of shower activity really as you get down to parts like Dothan and Mobile and the Gulf Coast, but again, we'll take what we can get. As we look at our Florence Renaissance camera here, you can see it has rained earlier. It doesn't look like it's raining much currently, but some low clouds here and there, and you can see it looks like the dew point, I think, is a little bit off. I think we've got a little bit higher dew points than that in that area because you see that looking at Hatton. We've got dew points in the 40s where the rain has been falling there. So you can see the temperature is also 43 degrees. So we got some clouds starting to form, but the streets are wet there with the recent rainfall. As we continue to move through the northern part of the state, Coleman there, rain happening right now. I got some wet streets. It's 44 degrees there. And again, some low clouds and fog beginning to form there in Coleman there, looking at the Ferris wheel at the Chris Kendall Mart and in Region Center in downtown Birmingham. It's 48 degrees there. Got some showers moving through the Birmingham area as well. And, the winds are fairly light, occasionally gusting up to 10 or 15 miles per hour. East Chilton County, seeing a few showers in the area there as well. It's 46 degrees. And you can see, again, maybe a little bit of fog near trying to form here and there with some low clouds. Montgomery, you don't see really any showers there quite yet. Doesn't look like it's been raining, at least in downtown Montgomery, but there's been a few sprinkles in the area, but it's 56 degrees there. But you see the dew points in the 20s, so we're definitely a little bit drier as you move further towards the east. But if you move down towards the coast, dew points are in the 50s right along the coast there, so definitely got some moisture to work with there. But it's 57 degrees, but otherwise it's still very calm at this point because the front's further to the northwest. And again, we don't really expect a lot of rain as you get further to the coast for today, but that will change as we get into Monday night into Tuesday with our bigger rain event. Orange Beach, beautiful there at the Perdido Pass. It's 58 degrees there with a little bit more of a breeze right there along the beaches. Temperatures right now, we're in the 40s. Across the northern part of the state, it's 43 in Gadsden, 44 in Hamilton, but moving further to the south, we've got some 50s. It's 52 in Selma, 54 in Monroeville, and 49 degrees in Eufaula. As we look at our temperature change, so quite a bit warmer than it was this time yesterday. Good, almost 20 degrees warmer in many spots, 17 degrees warmer in Greenville, 20 degrees warmer in Montgomery than this time yesterday. Across the state, generally around 10 or more degrees warmer than this time yesterday. However, forecast highs for today, we're going to have quite a bit of a gradient. So further to the south where you get a little bit more sunshine, or at least opportunity to warm ahead of the front, you'll get in the 60s and 70s in places like Geneva and Dothan, 70 degrees in Andalusia, 66 in Greenville. But further to the north where the front's already kind of passing through and already has passed through now and is passing through now, you'll only get into the 40s and 50s, 48 in Florence, 46 in Coleman, 48 in Birmingham. So it'll be kind of a chilly raw day in the north, a little bit warmer to the south because the front will kind of not quite get all the way further to the south and will kind of wash out before passing through the southern part of the state. Forecast lows for tonight, kind of a similar story because of that same reason where the front kind of stalls out. So we expect lows only in the 50s down to the south, 50 in Andalusia, 52 in Geneva, maybe upper 40s in places like Atmore. But as you move to the north, it's going to get below freezing. So we expect we could get to 29 degrees, even upper 20s in places like Hamilton, 30 degrees in Florence. Birmingham will be nearing the freezing mark. So again, that front moves south of kind of 2059 corridor and a little bit further than that, but doesn't make it all the way down through the state. And so you see a pretty wide range of temperatures for tomorrow morning. So here's what we're watching for today and through this coming week. So showers move through from north to south today. Again, they're moving through now in the northern part of the state. Not really expecting significant rainfall totals anywhere, but as you move to the south, it will taper off more and we'll see even less coverage of showers for today. But more significant rainfall event Monday night into Tuesday is on tap. Drier midweek, but then we have another system that looks like it could bring some potentially more significant rain Friday into Saturday. Here's the current satellite right there, IR satellite showing the cold front moving through the area. You can see some more yellows and orange colors in the cloud tops back in Mississippi and Louisiana, so those are areas we're getting a little little bit more rain right now, but again, we don't expect to see that as much further to the east where we've got a little bit drier air in place. But that is your system moving through. And as we look at our futurecast here, so again, as we put it into motion, we'll see as we get into the afternoon, that line of showers starts to thin out further to the south as you go there. But you can see the temperature is getting the 70s in the south, but 40s in the north, like we talked about earlier. But again, as we get into this evening, it's just really diminished quite a bit, and showers becoming more isolated, lighter. And so really South Alabama does not look like they're going to get much from that wave of showers. Then as we get into Monday, we see some clearing kind of late today and into tomorrow for North Alabama and Tennessee Valley, but most of the state stays within a good bit of cloud cover and maybe a few scattered showers lingering Monday morning. But as we really get into Monday afternoon, looking like we're going to have some heavier showers and some rain moving in by that point already in the northern part of the state, some cells in the southern part of the state as well. Again, the radars aren't going to look exactly like this, but pretty good looking rain starting to move in then. By Monday evening and nighttime period, it looks like we'll have widespread rainfall across the entire state. South central Alabama getting some fairly heavy rain. And we can't rule out some rumbles of thunder, not expecting a lot of that. Generally, the atmosphere is going to be very stable, but we could certainly see a few rumbles of thunder, especially as you move further towards the south. The closer to the Gulf, will be a little bit more instability to work with, so we could get a few rumbles of thunder, especially as we get into late Monday night and early Tuesday morning. This is, again, fairly widespread rain and maybe storms in the southern part of the state, tapering off in the northwestern part of the state. One thing to note, though, just is that this is going to be a cold rain in general, especially in the northern part of the state. So it's going to be chilly and rainy in that area for sure as we get in with the system. But we don't expect any issues with winter weather with this. But it will be very cold rain, especially as you move further to the north. Tuesday, after the rain moves through, it moves through fairly early in the morning. So most of the day after that is dry, but you have lingering clouds and cold air moving in. So it's going to be kind of a raw day on Tuesday, chilly and cloudy and a little bit breezy out there. Wednesday, we see a little bit of sunshine peek back in, and we get a little bit of a break from the rain there. Thursday, probably most of the state staying rain-free, but there could be some showers in the south. And looking at your forecast rain totals, this is from our in-house Barron model, and again, looking like some good rainfall totals for the kind of central and southern part of the state, over 2 inches, maybe 3 inches possible, just in the next couple of days, and then basically the entire state almost getting about an inch or so at least. And so that's looking pretty good, and we will certainly take that for the next couple of days. With today being a big travel day, with everybody heading home after Thanksgiving, taking a quick look at the airport delays. Right now, everything's looking pretty good. You got a lot of snow up in the Northeast. It's not quite as heavy as it was yesterday. Had a ground stop in O'Hare in Chicago earlier this morning, but that looks like that's cleared up at this point. So not seeing any major delays currently. And as far as kind of road travel across the state, here's a look at your forecast road conditions. And so obviously as these showers move through, you'll have some wet roads in the northern part of the state through the morning hours and into the early afternoon. As we get into the evening time period, looks like most of the roads 2059 and northward and kind of Birmingham area northward should have kind of dried up at that point. But a few some heavier or some wet roads still lingering in places like Selma and Clanton, Alexander City, along 85 there between Montgomery and Auburn. And 65 could have a little bit on it, but again, we expect things to kind of dry out as we move further in time. So there'll be some places where it'll be a little wet on 65 later on in the evening, but generally not as much as places further towards the north. All right, here's your 7-day forecast for North Alabama. So again, we have AM rain in the northern part of the state today, but fairly cool otherwise. Temperatures getting the upper 40s and then lows down into the mid 30s tonight. You can see rain kind of during the evening hours mainly, or afternoon and evening on Monday, lingering into early Saturday morning on Tuesday. But then most of the day on Tuesday is dry and kind of raw and cool. You can see that we expect a kind of a little dip of into some Arctic air behind that on Tuesday. So Wednesday morning, temperatures getting down into the 20s in the northern part of the state, but then moderating a little bit by Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday looking mostly dry in North Alabama, and then there's that next chance of rain Friday into Saturday. Is what we're looking at this point. Southern Alabama looking like showers. Again, less chance of showers today as that front moves through and kind of washes out. It will be warmer. Temperatures getting more into the 60s in the southern part of the state. And then, again, PM rain into Monday night or Monday afternoon through the nighttime period into Tuesday morning. But still, most of the day in South Alabama as well will be dry once the rain moves through. A few thunderstorms possible with that, and then Wednesday and Thursday look pretty nice before Friday and Saturday we have some rain coming back into the area. Well, that is your Alabama forecast update. We appreciate you watching us here on the Alabama Weather Network.